and welcome to Cooking for Your Abundant Life with Darlene. This evening we're going to try something a little different for our menu. We're going to be making keto-friendly eggplant parmesan. So I've already done some prep in order to get ready for this meal this evening because there was a lot to do and I didn't want to make a tremendously long video. So what I did first was I sliced my eggplant in medallions and I salted them down really good and let them set for an hour to draw out the bitterness that's in the eggplant. And then I rinsed them really, really good in cold water. And now I have them laid out here on a paper towel where I have been letting them dry. If you can see that right there, I've been just kind of letting them dry out from being soaking in that cold water and the salt that was on it. I just wanted to dry them off a little bit before I began preparation of getting them into the skillet. So this is where it's at right now, and I'm getting ready to put them on now. So let me see if I can get this camera straightened up and get things ready to go into the skillet. Okay, I'm going to try my best to move this around here because it's really cockeyed, and drop the camera down. And yes, I know that's crooked. Let me straighten it back up here. All right, now I think we can see that if we can get it to focus. Come on and focus, camera. Come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and turn the skillet on and let it be getting hot. As you can see, I have a little more oil in here than normal. This is about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. The biggest reason for that is because I'm going to brown these in the skillet before I put them in the pan to go in the oven. So today I also made some keto breadcrumbs. I took 3 slices of keto bread and I slowly toasted them in the oven till they were completely dry. And then I processed them in my little chopper that I have. So it ended up with about 3/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs. And to that I added 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and then salt and pepper. That's what's in my breadcrumbs that I'm going to be breading my eggplant parmesan with. I got everything here I need except my Parmesan cheese, the rest of it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have a little bit more Parmesan cheese that I'm going to need for the rest of the recipe before I get started here. So the skillet is beginning to get warm. So I'm going to go ahead and start the process. I have 3 egg whites and 1 tablespoon of water that I'm going to put my eggplant in first, and then I'm going to put them into the keto breadcrumbs. And you can see how thick I cut those. And like I said, I cut medallions instead of lengthwise, but you can cut yours any way you like. I did it like this because I'm going to put it in a smaller pan, and then you'll see how it fits really nicely. I'm going to make sure they're coated good with the keto breadcrumbs and the Parmesan cheese. And I'm going to put them in the hot oil. And it won't take them real long to brown because the biggest part of the cooking is going to be done in the oven. I have my oven preheating right now at 400 degrees. So as soon as these get browned and ready to go in the in the oven. I'll place them in the oven, and then I'll come back and make a part 2 video so that you guys can see the finished product. Again, you put it in the egg wash, and then you roll it in the breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs, Parmesan cheese, and seasoning. The egg whites, we're going to give you a little bit more protein in this meal, so that's a good thing too. Notice I did not use the egg yolk. And this is it's a healthy dinner. This is actually going to be our protein for the day. I didn't cook any chicken. I'm going to serve some steamed broccoli with this. And I'm not quite sure what my second vegetable is going to be, but I'm not going to be adding any more carbs to this meal because of the bread that's going to be on these already. I don't really need to add any more carbs to the meal. So we need to have 2 vegetables to go with this so that it won't be an overload of carbs in our meal. And I do something a little different in our eggplant parmesan than most people do. I'm actually going to cook up some peppers and onions to put in mine because I like the added flavor. I was out of red peppers. I normally would have used a red pepper, but today I'm using a green pepper. I have them all sliced up and ready to go. And I have one more little piece here, and I'm going to have a hard time getting it in my skillet, but we're going to get it in there one way or the other. Okay, just cram that puppy in right there. We're going to be ready to flip them here in just a minute. All right, I'm going to move this out of the way and rinse my hand off so that I can work a little freer here. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, slide this over just a tad. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if this is ready to turn, and it is absolutely ready to turn. So as soon as this other side gets a little bit brown, we'll be ready to put this together, guys. I hope you can see that. It's already looking really, really good. It's just about ready to plate up. Now I have my marinara sauce here. This is the no sugar added, but I added a packet of stevia to it. I'm going to put a little bit in the bottom of my pan and just spread that out a little bit. that is pretty much ready to plate. I'm going to go ahead and start plating this and turn this off for now. I'm going to go ahead and get my peppers and the onions going in this real quick. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put some more marinara sauce on the eggplant. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more Parmesan cheese. And some fat-free mozzarella cheese. Okay, that's good on that. And now we're ready to do the second layer. Alrighty, and then we're going to get this cooking real quick. All right, it's really looking good. We're going to go ahead and put some more marinara sauce on our eggplant. Okay, there we go. Some more Parmesan cheese. We're waiting on these to get up temp just a little bit here. Seems like my eye went out, and it did. So we'll get this going real quick and put these in so I can get it finished and put it in the oven. Now, there's not much in there, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of this on here so that I can just go ahead and throw away the container. And this is going to cook some in the oven. So just as soon as this gets up to temp, I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan. Get the rest of the mozzarella cheese put on it, and then we'll pop it in the oven. And that already looks pretty good. Like I said, the only thing I really wanted to do is get this up to temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on top of our eggplant parmesan and get it covered. Oh my goodness, guys, this looks so good. And like I said, I normally would have used a red pepper, but I need to go to the store and I didn't do that. So we're having a green pepper today. It's not the absolute best choice, but it's better than none. Green peppers are good and healthy too. I'm going to go ahead and put that water that I put in there with it. Okay, there we go. Guys, that looks good. If you've never tried this, I hope you give it a try. And like I said, I'll come back with a part 2 video and show you what this looks like when I serve it up. And it'll be, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be good. Okay, that's plenty. That's enough. I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of this back in the freezer because that's where it was, and that's going to go right back in the freezer. Okay, I'm actually going to put this in the oven uncovered, and I'm going to put it in there for about 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here and take it and put it in the oven, and I'll come back for part 2 with cooking for your abundant life with Darlene, and I'm going to show you the finished product of our eggplant parmesan. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something for your abundant life.